Here we are. We've had time to recover for that previous game. And it's Women's Opens action here, the quarterfinals, the Cook Islands and the home team, England. We're set up right behind the English bench here, Joe. What can we look forward to here? The Cook Islands, a youthful team, but the England team, the home team. You know a little bit about them. Tell me, who can we look forward to watching out here?
Yeah, so on your pitch, on your screen at the moment, number 7, Emily Irons. She's the standout performer, but G. McKavanagh at number 9 is not someone to be trifled with either. You could pick out names from any of the team sheet here, and England will look to put on a bit of a statement in this quarter-final.
It is England with the first opportunity, but a little fumble at the roll ball, and it's a turnover for the Cook Islands to come off their own line. The drums of the Cookie beat in the background. The energy here is outstanding. The crowd's building now as we make our way into the final series, and England defensive pressure forces a turnover.
Yeah, and that's a trait of this English Women's Open side. They want to be really fierce in defence and drive hard in attack.
It is now Cook Islands looking to defend, a penalty given. So a repeat set here for England. 7 metres out.
And watch out for McKavanagh in motion. They look open side, good link punish. Emily Irons gives the ball, but that'll be an intercept, and Cook Islands dealing with the English attack early.
They roll up to the halfway line, looking to get to their sub-box. Fresh legs after repeated defensive sets, so important. They do find those legs as they make their way up over the halfway line. There's Elena Eremaya. Behind the ship now, that's Eremaya. Hands it off to Rose Berryman. And Berryman through the middle. The opening try to the Cookia as the drums beat in the background. Good start for the Cook Islands.
Oh, it's just heads up play and hit your holes. Do anything but hit your holes. And the Cook Islands, it's free-flowing, almost backyard rugby. And it goes through the gap and open the scoring.
The Cook Islands family team. There's multiple Berrymans, multiple Masters, the Adator Cars. It's just littered with family and great names in our sport. The Berrymans, internationally renowned Masters in the Cook Islands, do so much for the sport. And it is now England on the attack. The final touch, they go to the wing. Defence comes in numbers, shuts it down. And England turn it over on the 7 metre line. The Cookia look to do exactly what they did last time. Punch it hard down that left-hand field. There's contact in the half. Play on is the call. To the sub-box they go. Now the fresh legs come on. They're their own side of halfway. They straighten up again.
Oh, I thought she'd found an outside edge.
Yeah, it looked like Coco Masters had skipped to the outside, but the referee calls it back. Penalty given. England up to the halfway line now. Right on the halfway, they play the ball. Spread the ball out here to the left. No, they straighten up. That's a little pop pass. Extra metres, but a delayed roll ball gives them time to get numbers on, and the defence pushes up.
Yeah, Cook Islands look really fierce in their defensive pressure, and England need to find some momentum into their strike. Hudson, it's just that.
Good momentum here for England. Pushing up, Masters with a diving touch and a little fumble on the wing. And a penalty for a forward pass. So it is the Cook Islands again, but every time it's turned over, it's on the 7 metre line. So they want to try and keep them down here if they can. Defensive pressure needs to come forward from England.
Definitely, they're going to want to force an early turnover if they can. It's a trait of this English defence. But Cook Islands, the physicality and the touch, they're just rolling through the pressure. What meters made up the middle.
Eremaya on the back of Eremaya. 6 touch there on the line, and a shove as the ball's handed over. Bodies come together. The English women and the Cook Islands women.
We're in for a fierce affair.
The quarter-final series. There's no tomorrow for one of these teams.
Oh, here's Emily Irons trying to go around the outside. Dangerous Emily Irons as always. Good scooping platform. Oh, lovely hands.
It's unfortunate there for Bronte Sykes. It looked like she was thinking about the next phase. She needed to control it. Just that little second of doubt and the ball goes to ground.
She knew that ball had to go quick and forgot to do the first part, which is reel it in and gain possession.
It's a catch and pass game. You've got to catch it before you pass it. And it is, again, the Cook Islands who roll down that left-hand side, close to their sub-box. This one is in hands of Marina Adator-Carr. That's her with the ball again. She spreads it out this time to Rosaria Williams. Back to the middle they go. That's Marina Adator-Carr. She gets it down for Kelsey Berryman, who can't take control, turns it over deep into England territory.
Tell you what, Cook Islands have come here to play. They look brilliant off the back of the transfer. Touches 4 and 5 are electric. Emily Irons, that's a massive contact in the midfield. Referees don't agree.
I don't have a problem with that call. She was in the action of passing. She was off balance. And it might have been a slightly hard touch, but she was already off balance, and that was the reason. The ball went to ground.
And I think Cook Islands are also going to try and create a game that suits them. So physical game, open play, expansive hands as we see the dummy switch come in.
Yeah, it looked like a late switch was on there. The dummy was the right thing, but then she was set up for a late one. Didn't give it, but obviously they earn a penalty, but they're the opportunities they'll take later on in the game.
Oh, for sure, and Cook Islands with one of the best opportunities so far for them. Repeat set of 6 on the line.
Coco Masters is the one who takes the tap. She holds it up in the middle, drawing the defenders up. Roll ball by Chanel Berryman. Berryman there to Masters. These two together are dangerous. There's Berryman off the ground. Masters off the right foot, goes back to Berryman, over the top the pass, shut down in time, and that'll be a late one. That last pass didn't need to be thrown. She should have held it there and looked for the second phase, but a good opportunity to move the ball around. They still need to stand tall here against England.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. That phase play was definitely on, but England survived the latest Cook Islands onslaught and now need to be able to find some momentum into their strike dump.
Good pressure coming from the outside. Just forced that overstepping of the mark. The young player from England has to come back. Now they reset and re-establish themselves. Good space on the outside, but a diving touch by Chanel Berryman for the Cook Islands. Delayed roll ball again. Last touch coming. Cookies come up with pressure. Using the outside the touch line as an extra player there and forcing the last touch.
I think England maybe lost track of the touch count there. It was Susanna Hudson. Looked to just go down a bit of a blind alley. I think she thought it was 5th, although that might have been ball down. No, it isn't. So Cook Islands.
Wide ball out to the winger for extra metres. Now the defence roll on. England press up in defence here and force a penalty.
Yeah, good defensive pressure in the midfield from England, and we saw that when they played Australia. They were really dominant in the midfield, but in either end of the red zone, not really doing. So England need to find their attacking prowess early. As you see, fresh legs coming onto the field, streaming on, a little bit isolated.
And it is England on the attack. You can hear in the effects, Mike, the referees constantly communicating to the players. And as we step up into these open divisions, the quality of the referees certainly has an impact on the game. And we see that one there. The ball skipped to the outside. Let's watch the replay.
Yeah, it was Rona Roper picking up, going around the outside, just great feet. Carly Wynn.
And then a quick pass. Wow, Carly Wynn, that's a name I've called quite often during the tournament. She is one of the best finishers in the game, and she gets the job done there to tie us up one apiece. And it is Cook Islands on the attack again through the middle, and then off the mark.
Yeah, and the scream in celebration from Adam Brimlow. Happy, hell of a touch. Being echoed from the sub-box. Oh, almost coughed it up. What hands?
It was almost go-go gadget arms there. She reeled it in. And now it is England up over the halfway line, but the forward press of the Cook Island defence coming up in numbers, not waiting. Nice pass to shut down again. Numbers come across in cover. No, now they get the 6 again call.
There's Emily Irons orchestrating that attack, getting the 6 again. Bronte Sykes with the roll ball. Sykes and Irons know each other's game through and through. Watch for those two working together.
Here it is, England with the ball back to the inside. That is McKavanagh. McKavanagh from half, gets it away, dive back off the left foot. The ball will be down here. The inside defender didn't come across in time, and it's the quick roll ball. The very quick roll ball, then the dish off straight from the ground. Left foot step back on the inside, try time. England through Emily Irons.
Yeah, she's the one for me that always puts her hand up, steps up to be accounted for. Lovely left foot step, Emily Irons off the deck. Cook Islands took an early lead, but England have really grown into what is quite a physical affair.
Yeah, there's never going to be, a shy game here in this World Cup, especially as we make our way into the quarters. All of these teams trying to do their best for their countries. These young Cook Islanders will take it to England, but England will stand up against it as well. We see the middle play, a little juggle and knock down from the defence. But a penalty. We're going to have a penalty against the Cook Islands for a forward pass.
Yeah, and good defensive pressure again, but really nice imagination from the Cook Islands, knowing that their skills lie in their hands and the way that they're able to transfer from A to B so cleanly. So they're running those platforms to allow them to run at depth. But at the moment, England are starting to suss it out defensively.
They've got some good pressure here too, coming, ball in hand. Great driving pattern. This is the last touch coming now. Skips to the outside, then the inside, but the player called onside. And that is a touch. Turnover to the Cook Islands on the 7-metre line.
Yeah, I can't repeat.
They'll move it to the left, trying to get to the sub-box. That's one touch burn already. These are good metres now for the Cookies. 12 or so metres made up the field, but what it does is put them right in front of their sub-box. The fresh legs come onto the field now, sweeping out into the midfield.
Yeah, they come on with real depth, no touch called, good metres made up the middle again. The momentum from the Cook Islands is really rolling.
It's Talia Berryman that skipped out of half, but the defence shuts it down. Turnover to England on the 7 metres, but building nicely this game. It really, both teams pushing up and down the field nicely. 2-1 scoreline. Anything can happen from here.
Yeah, anything can happen, and I believe anything will happen. Cook Islands won't want to go down without a fight. I mean, the pride that they'll take in making a Women's Open semi-final, especially over the host nation, they'll be buoyed by that as we see England roll through another dangerous transition. Emily Irons.
Scoop it from Irons. Pops it over the top. But it'll be a penalty for not moving forward.
It was a brilliant strike dunk from Laura Cochrane, really engaging the Cook Islands link. This is not what you want from a Cookie perspective. Got Emily Irons, one of the most dangerous women in England, touch on the ball. What a great release.
Up there in defence.
I think it was 15. Dana
Napa just charged up out of the line.
Irons checking off. Bronte Sykes, link, Counties play. Irons, step back. Sykes in half.
Always busy, Emily Irons. There she goes. Here she is, ball in hand. Over the top. Gonna call that one a try. The pass from Irons. The referee, the off-field referee had already tucked back saying that was down.
Oh, it's an unconventional finish.
Yes, it certainly was.
It's marginal for me. Nikki Wise isn't going to mind it at all. Natural born finisher is Nikki Wise.
3-1, England here now. A 2-try lead over the Cook Islands as they push up through the middle.
Oh, it's good open side play. The long ball is on. It goes, unfortunately, just to ground, but there will be 6 more touched in flight.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the English defence. They want to try and minimise their time in defence on the line. You can't afford to give repeat sets away. It is the Cook Islands on the attack.
Open side quickie.
Split inside quickie. And try time for the Cook Islands. They get one back. It was a nice play by Kelsey Berryman. Berryman from half and then found the try scorer in Rosario Williams. 3-2. Cook Islands get one back and the drums beat in the background. Sending a message to the team on the field. Lift, girls, lift. That's
the one, and the atmosphere on pitch 2 is absolutely electric as England look to go over themselves, but that will be 4. I think the English sub-box let them know that it was definitely 4th, not 5th.
Either that or they're talking sign language.
Oh.
Ball back on the inside. Set up right behind the English sub-box. The energy is electric down here at pitch side. Great spot to commentate from, but just makes it difficult to see some of the players. Everyone rushes in the sub box to follow it and gets between us and the field of vision. As we see Cook Islands again, punching it down the field. This is Berryman, the scorer. Rose Berryman, scorer of their opening try. That's good meters there as well. Picked up by...
Oh, ball hawk in the midfield.
Berryman was. Now the English team turn defence into attack. They bring it towards their own sub box. A drive back down through the middle third. Here come the replacement players. Straightens up the attack. Now they have space out wide.
Yeah, Emily Irons on the short side, 2-on-1. Will they execute? She won't need. Oh, the ball just left wanting. Nikki Wise was in again.
Yeah, with that final pass, Irons had done the job. She got in behind the line. I thought she could have afforded to go herself, but she unselfishly tried to get the ball to the winger, and then unfortunately off balance, the ball went to ground. But Cook Islands now push forward. England up in defence, penalty.
Yeah, good penalty as well from the Cook Islands. They needed a little bit of respite in their drive. Just need to find some momentum again.
I think England are dominating defensively as well. That just gives them an opportunity to reset here. Cook Islands only to the halfway now. This is the third touch in the set, so, you know, not too much damage done, but it's what they do from here.
Yeah, they just need the forward momentum for me. It's a bit stop-start in the midfield. They need to get to that line, use the hands that they've got.
That is Kelsey Berryman in the middle. That's her with the ball now. Stepping out to the right. Short, jammed up in defence. Now the quick release, a dive over. The referee says touch. Final touch made. England turn away the Cook Islands, but they'll roll on here now themselves.
Yeah, Cook Islands, for me now, you just really want to put a defensive shot on. See if you can trap this pod on the field. Again, another physical contact, but one of those 6 of one offer doesn't the other. Referees are happy with the physicality. So am I.
Yeah, play on call. That's what we want to see. You don't want to, shrinking violet in this. That's a forward pass for mine.
Yeah, and it's been spotted, and they've got a mic in the comm box. They're listening to you.
If only. No, that was just well picked up by the on-field referees. As I said, as we progress into the final series, the standard of refereeing picks up as well. There's been plenty of comms, throughout the tournament and messages from all around the world about some of the decisions. But that's the game we play. People make mistakes. And, again, as we move into the final series, everybody improves.
Yeah, and it's heat of the moment as well. You've got to make these decisions on the fly, and anyone commentating on refs, well, you're more than welcome to come to Nottingham and try it yourself and realise how hard of a job it is.
There's a ball for you, back on the inside, but what a jam up in defence. Sensational.
Well, we'll see how close this is. For me, it looked like they were over for all money. See it here. Oh, what a touch, covering touch from Zan Hudson. And there's a penalty for Chat as well.
So into the line they charge this English force standing up here, defending home soil. Another punch through the middle. Great meters, another one, they roll on. This English team, resolute, pushing forward. Strike play coming up here. They go to the right, the onside player makes a touch, turnover. But that's an impressive end-to-end performance there in that set from the English team.
Yeah, and it was Emily Rona-Roper trying to scoop through. Just a little bit of a stumble as she picks the ball up from the floor. Just limited the acceleration needed to get through the Cook Islands defence. But with just over 90 seconds left in this half, England look good value for the lead.
Here come the Cookies, but up over halfway. A little drop ball back on the inside. Defence moves up as well. They have to reset. Final touch. Not much doing there. A handover. Good field position here for England to bring it back into play. They charge laterally, trying to get to the sub-box. Those fresh legs, so important in these final minutes of the half. That's good penetration there from Georgina McCavanagh.
Oh, Emily Irons in the half, acting in motion. McCavanagh.
Danger sides McCavanagh to Irons. Irons on the loop pass, long ball to the wing. Steps back to the inside, dive. Touch made. Again, I thought that was super close. Defence had to be made. We see it here in replay. There's Irons on the wraparound. There's the cutout that was on the money. Steps back on the inside. Cover comes across.
Oh.
Wow. Wow, it's all down to the timing. The on-field referee has the call. Now it's the Cook Islands back in live play, charging to the halfway line. Less than half a minute remains here in the half.
They're only one try down. If they could go up the other end and equalise before the half.
2 touches remain here. This is slow for Cook Islands. They need to reset. Final touch coming now, and a penalty for a hard touch. But I don't think the damage will be done. They'll get the penalty, and that'll be the final play of the half.
Yeah, it's mere seconds. The Cook Islands create something from nothing. Oh, nice little wraparound, 2 on 1.
On the outside, but England have it covered, and that is the end of the half. Outstanding performance from both teams. It is England that have the 1-try lead, 3-2. We're going to take a quick break. We'll bring you a wrap-up of that half before we start the second. We are back in the second half of the Cook Islands England Women's Open game. 3-2, the home team in front. Joe, what a great half of Women's Open's touch football.
Oh, it's been beautiful and a really interesting dynamic between the two sides. Cook Islands obviously want the ball in hand, being able to play around the shooters of the English defence, whereas for England, they're using structure and then getting their super dangerous strike players on the ball in open field. And that at the moment's been the difference, but it's only a small margin, 3 tries to 2.
Absolutely right. that slenderest of margins. It'll be the Cook Islands with an opportunity here to open the scoring in the second half. They want to try and score early. Being the first to score in a half is so important. But the English girls, I heard their halftime talk, they're calm. They're trusting the process. They had a good reset period and just said, look, just stick to the process, girls, and just take it forward. Keep up that aggression in defence.
Yeah, and that's a trait of the English team. They are very level-headed, but when it comes to game time, they know that they need to be fired up and feisty.
Well, it is the first possession here for the Cook Islanders. Coco Masters with the ball now. Back to the inside for Chanel Berryman. Berryman and Masters working through the middle. A penalty against the English for not moving forward. So it'll be Berryman Masters again. Chanel Berryman with the ball. It's Coco Masters looking for the half, claiming that the defenders aren't moving forward, hoping to get another penalty. There's Masters. Berryman splits to Masters. Back to Berryman. She showed the ball but dived herself, and Masters touched. Working through the middle. Now a third player comes into that pod. Sweeps. Berryman down into half goes Chanel Berryman. Nothing doing there. That defence of England standing up tall. Out to Coco Masters. They're keeping it in the midfield. Forced error. That's great defence from England.
Yeah, they drove them back almost 10 metres with the line speed.
Constantly pressing forward. That's a forced turnover. Well done, England. And now they attack up off their own line to halfway already.
Great yards made by Cochrane on the box side.
She straightens up here. That's excellent, excellent drive from the number 3, Emily Rona-Roper. This on the back, sets up and a wide ball. Stands up the inside player coming over in cover. But great touch, Cook Islands. But that drive through the middle from Emily Rona-Roper opened up field space. And now we see a penalty in favour of England on the 7-metre line.
Yeah, and Rona-Roper is one of those players that can create something from nothing if she's an acting half. Big touch. We love a good bit of physicality, especially in the Women's Open.
Just a collision of bodies. Now play on. There's Rona-Roper with a quickie. That little ball off the ground of the splitting player. End-to-end already here. We've only had a couple of minutes of the second half.
And just as we compliment the English line defence, Cook Islands return in kind and just fly up and force the turnover.
Good pressure from England. Here the coach willing them on. Go, go is the call. Up over halfway, jammed again. Great defensive set from England.
Yeah, Adam Brimlow, an old head in Women's Opens coaching, but that'll be
poor
lots of
ball.
control.
Yeah, that's just a collision there. Never in control of the ball carrier.
Yeah, it's one of those where you've driven into that ruck so fast and aggression. That dub has to be perfect, and it wasn't on that occasion.
Rosario Williams it is that takes the ball forward for the Cook Islands. Now back into the middle. This is a good settle from Peyton Ozols. Ozols into the line with the roll ball. It's Peyton Ozols again, working in the middle. This time was with Rosario Williams. Williams beats her centre player, looking to the outside. There's the line open. Ball down, she was in space. Error for the Cook Islands, and England survive one more time.
Oh, what a scoop through as well. Little shake and bake left the English defender on the floor. And if not for a final skill error, they would have had the equalising score. Warning signs for England.
Another great drive for England coming there from Susanna Hudson. She's got through a power of work. There's Emily Irons through the middle. The long levers of Emily Irons. Great pace. That just shows you hit a line hard, straighten up. There it is, in behind the line, and then pace. You can't beat pace in the game of touch football. And Emily Irons stands up, extends the lead 4-2.
Yeah, Emily Irons just makes the read. Single shooter, defensive spacing in the second line of defence. Left a lot to be desired, and you can't give her that much space. Emily Irons has wheels to burn.
So a 2-try lead here now in favour of England, this young Cook Islands team. They need to keep cracking here through the middle. try and find an opening. It may come down to a bit of individual brilliance. So far, the structures aren't finding the breaks that they're looking for. We see a little stumble. Talia Berryman stumbled, then the ball back on the inside. Doesn't find the mark, and it'll be England to roll off their line one more time.
England's defence is really levelled up in this second half. There is controlled aggression in every single touch. They are fired up. The home nation putting on a bit of a defensive clinic.
There's a hard touch, but she was saying that the player making the roll ball was off balance herself before the touch was affected, never in control of the body shape, and that's a turnover. But again, they push forward in numbers, trying to shut down the chance for Cook Islands to get the fresh legs on. 2 touches, they're still their own side of halfway. There's 3. England not up in 1s, they're coming up in 2s or 3s, really putting pressure on the Cookies.
Yeah, and they stay so connected in defence, and it means Cook Islands have to work really hard for their success. Long ball was on, the space was on the wing, but such is the defensive line speed from England. You don't have the time to look up and see if the option's there. You've just got to give it on instinct.
Let's have a look at this change over here. This is what they've done really well. The first receiver does a really direct line almost back towards the infield, which then opens up the expanses. Here's Irons running on. They hold it to the mid. There's Irons now with the ball. Takes it in. That's the final touch. But really good penetration by the England attack.
Yeah, and for me, it was first touch from Lauren Fagan, just chucking it up the middle. Brilliant yards made, and it means that your supporting players fly on with so much natural depth. They don't have to check their lines, and England looking potent in their transition.
The Cookies bring it back into the midfield. Nice turn ball back inside for Marina Atatoa. Now she takes it out to the right. Rosario Williams dives with the ball on the right-hand edge and earns a team a penalty. Offside called against the England defence this time.
Yeah, and a good opportunity for Cook Islands now. They need a score from this set for me.
They have to be the next to score, whether it's in this set or the next, but they need to stop England from scoring, and they need to get one themselves. It's not going to happen individually like that. And that's a turnover, a penalty against the attack.
Yeah, hips not square at the base of the ruck. Well spotted from the referee, and England once more can roll through what is an absolutely scything transition. Oh,
dummy thrown. Excellent meters. Now, this is the important one.
Good pressure from Cook Islands. This is better transition defence. Still England roll.
Good attack up over the halfway line, but no, we've had a changeover. I think we're going to have 7 on. Yeah, an incorrect changeover.
Yeah, I think that just shows the pace at which England fly onto the field. If you don't get that timing right, you will get pinged for 7 on, and the quality of referees, they will pick it up.
It all boils down to the communication in that transition, and you've just got to wait for your player to be off before you get on the field. Cook Islands from one side of the field to the other, but also moving forward. Delayed roll ball. They need to get on quicker here, the girls from the Cook Islands.
Yeah, they roll on now with a bit more aggression in their attack. Good platform.
Too late in the set. Too late in the set as we see they go to the right-hand side, the ball over the top. Talia Berryman can't get a good pass away, and that was the delay in the roll ball as they swept on it, the half interchange.
And once again, it's almost like Cook Islands are struggling for time when they get on that line attack, such as the line speed from England. But this is better. It's a better attempt at putting pressure on the transition, but England just able to play around these single shooters.
But what I was saying before,
what a take that is on the wing, diving behind her to reel the ball in.
Putting it on the line for a team. What I was saying before about the way England make the transition, when they sweep on, the first runner comes in a really tight line to the sub-box, whereas the Cook Islanders, when they sweep on, they sweep wide, which means that the next player is coming out as we see the ball in motion. Beautiful pass, play on is the call. Let's look at it here in replay. That's a strike dump, beautifully picked up. Susanna Hudson with a nice pass outside, and then the tap on from Laura Cochran finds a try scorer in the corner in Nicola Wise, and that is how you turn defence into attack.
Yeah, textbook transition, and Nicola Wise, the beneficiary. Brilliant tap on from Laura Cochrane to recognise I can't tap, can't grab this ball, it's just got to go, and it does. And England, you said Cook Islands needed to be the next team to score. They aren't, and they're really up against it.
They certainly are, and that, again, I'm not going to harp on it, but that was an exact demonstration of what I was trying to get out in time, but they showed it better than I could talk about it. And it is England standing tallly in the touch again here in defence. And Cook Islands have no answers here.
It seems like England, barring Cook Islands onslaught, will secure themselves a
it's a
spot.
late pass, forward pass, whichever one you want to call it.
Which one do you fancy? There was both in there.
But it's a 10-minute game now. 10 minutes for England to hold out or to keep forging ahead. But it's 10 minutes for the Cook Islanders to stand up and take this one away from England if they want to progress into the final series.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a, it's not quite a mountain, but it's a very big molehill. And Cook Islands are going to need to sort out this area of the field, their midfield defence. You need to be able to stop the turnover. That's a massive touch. Not forceful by the referees. They want a bit of physicality.
I just think they're respecting both teams. It really is on the line here, and they're taking it to each other. There's no malicious intent. It's just collision.
Yeah, exactly. As you say, there's no malice, but here we go again. England. Oh, look, yeah. Sliding through, but it's six touch.
There was Rona Roper looking for an offside call. She didn't get it. The referee was right there, said the Cook Islanders have made the line, and it is play on. But these little breakdowns in the roll, they're not really getting a momentum build up here. That's 3 touches. They're still well in their own half. 4 touches gone, still their own side of halfway. This is the final touch now. Back on the inside, again, quick hands, but the ball will end in the half. That was thrown into the player. No, nothing played at. No, it's 6 more. So a good field position for this changeover for England. Now they roll forward. Here's this young lady with another beautiful drive.
It's superb.
Sophia Barkin, it is outstanding in transition. She really takes the ball forward and sets up what comes from here. Hudson charges in foot into the line now. There's Hudson with the ball. Open space, long ball to the right, but a forward pass called. That was beautiful play from England. Unfortunately, the last pass was called forward, but outstanding work, Susanna Hudson.
Yeah, who needs line attack when you can transition with such potency? You get a roll on the Cook Islands defence, and then you've got the ability and the vision to whip it long. And at the moment, England, this is a transition clinic.
8 minutes here, 8 minutes remain for England to stand tall, or for Cookies to steal it away. One team goes through into the final series, progresses from this match, the quarter-final. Will it be England? Will it be the Cook Islands? England look dominant. And this lady here with the ball in hand, always dangerous. Irons at half, dishes off this time. Back to Irons, jammed up from Rose Berryman.
Yeah, and it's McCavan working with Irons. However, ball just goes forward, and that is not a pairing you want to see from a Cook Islands perspective. McCavan and Irons, I mean, give them a break, girls.
Now the Cook Islands go to their subset. Fresh legs come on. This is what I'm talking about. We'll see, that's better. They straighten up, cut down the distance that the sweepers need to come into. Better forward momentum, much more direct. Wide ball on now, jammed up beautifully in defence. They had numbers if they could let it go. But number 10, Nicola Wise, come in and shut it down. But a penalty to the Cook Islands.
Yeah, try-saving touch there from Nikki Wise. Getting up in the passing lanes, making touches. Again, defence from England on top.
Chanel Berryman with the ball now. It's Berryman again, working with Coco Masters. Berryman and Masters. Masters moves the ball out to the right, this time to Kelsey Berryman. Back inside. Long ball over the top. Nikki Wise up out the line, takes possession, and it is England. Turns defence into attack, rolls up this line, the relentless force that is the English attack.
Nikki Wise is having a game of all time, and by the way, not subbing once. She's on the field for 40 minutes straight.
Dummy, in behind the defensive line, but that ball gets away. Wow.
Ooh, I'm not sure I agree with that one.
No, absolutely not. The referee was checking the defensive line. He didn't actually see what happened in the roll ball. I just thought it was momentum that took the ball away. It doesn't matter what we think. The referees make the call. And it is play on here. England on the attack again. Sophia Barkham. Barkham earns a penalty. That's the first one for not moving forward. Barkham holds it up, willing the defence to come forward. Barkham skip to the outside.
I thought the phase was on there. Barkham could have taken that quick dump. Doesn't happen. 2 touches.
Back to the 7. There's Barkham again. Splits to the right, hits short. Back to the right again. Long ball over the top. Beautifully executed this time. No forward pass called. And Nicola Wise scores for England. And that might be all she wrote. The home team stand tall here on pitch 2 at the World Cup quarter-final. And it is now England 6 over Cook Islands 2.
Nikki Wise, take a bow. The hands on display to reel that one in and catch it. And she saved a couple in the corner. Bagged 3 now. Nikki Wise is having a game for the history books.
The young Cook Islanders, they keep cracking. Skip to the outside was number 12.
Oh, they'll go over.
Yeah, Peyton Ozols. She's been dangerous. She certainly deserved a try. And Ozols, we see it here, one-on-one. Dummy to the inside and then steps to the out. The pace just gets over the line. Great call by the English defence. And the Cook Islanders bring it back by 1, 6-3. But it really is England dominating here on home soil. 4 minutes remain in the match.
It's brutal pace by Ozols. Little dummy, see you later and get over. But Cook Islands are going to need essentially 3 scores in 3 sets to stay in this one.
There's been some individuals that have lifted and made a tough workload as we see Irons. Wow. That could have been close for Irons.
What a touch that is. What a covering touch.
Here it is. How close was it? Yeah, nice touch up off the line. The outside player made the touch. Turnover here for the Cook Islanders. They come forward, charging up. Loss of possession there, but a penalty. Referee says the hard touch was what affected the roll ball.
3 minutes, 3 scores in it. This is for England, you've just got to see out your sets. No unforced errors. Put the press on. There's an unforced error.
They can afford to relax a little bit here now. Just 3 minutes remain. They're in front by 3. It's just about consolidating here. They will progress from the quarter-final stage at the World Cup into the semi-finals. Cook Islands moving laterally here in the midfield. Back on the inside, but the defence is right there. Shutdown coming, there's extra numbers. And now the Cook Islands resets, slow roll the ball. Everything that England have achieved has come from more aggressive attack. The Cook Islanders have been more static.
Yeah, just a brutal roll there. And unfortunately a no touch, dumping the ball, no initiative. And 2 minutes to go, 3 scores in it, barring an absolute miracle. England are clean through.
Oh, they're going through, don't you worry about that. They'll go into the semi-finals.
It's this area of the transition as well that they've really put the sword to Cook Islands. Just so aggressive, good hands, 3-on-2. Can they execute? That'll be 6 more.
Emily Rona-Roper for mine's been exceptional for England through the midfield. Everything they've done has been built on that penetration, as has Sophia Barkham.
Yeah, Sophia Barkham, one of those unsung heroes, typically. Just goes about her business. Very, big contact, but nothing doing.
Yeah. The contact wasn't what made that roll ball. There was no control there. That one shot out before the contact was made.
Yeah.
Trying to rush the roll ball. Ball back on the inside. Not called touched in flight.
Yeah, for me, the Cook Islands physicality is that perfect amount. the way that they're sort of quite dominant in the touch, but also not full extension, not targeting the arm. It's fair ball.
Minute left on the clock here. Although England have taken this one out, they'll want another. They certainly have it in their calibre. Ball to the left now. Hudson, she's been dominant as well. Here's Hudson. Quick ball off the ground. They hold up once again, another penalty. 30 seconds remain here, 30 seconds for England. Emily Irons on the sideline, wishing them on, pushing them, urging them. Dive over. Referee said touch called.
Nikki Wise again is hugging the width on this touchline. She's ready for that ball out to the wing if it goes.
Here's Hudson. Two defenders up off the line. Final roll ball here for England. Hudson absorbs, and that's all she wrote. The English women progress 6 tries to 3 over the Cook Islands. What a great performance from the home team. Congratulations all round. The crowd are up here. And what a game, Joe. What a game.
What a game that is at the Women's Open. England dominant in defence, dominant in the transition. The transition was just impossible to defend for the Cook Islands, but take nothing away from the Cook Islands performance. They left a lot of heart out there, good value for the 3 scores, but in the end, it was the structure of England that just proved too much to deal with.
Yeah, well done to the English team, and commiserations, but congratulations also to the Cook Islands, making the quarterfinals here at the World Cup in Nottingham and putting on a great performance. Wow, we're going to take a quick breather. There's only minutes remaining until the next match comes your way via the live stream. We hope you've enjoyed the action of the Women's Opens. It's Men's Opens action coming up on all of these channels, so stick around and enjoy Touch World Cup action from Nottingham 2024.
So what does it mean to you? The time?
The sweat, the passion,
The thrill?
The determination,
The support.
the camaraderie.
but it's so much more than that.
We're playing for something bigger.